go. Carolina won the toss. They defer. That's good news for Panthers fans. 6-0 this season when they win the toss. 0-5 when they lose. Here is Sky Moore on the return. A little different than a week ago when he went down to the 1. Nobody has more touches this season than Christian McCaffrey, and on first down, the first play from scrimmage, he picks up 3.
And they're doing that now with Kyle Juszczyk.
Good protection. McCaffrey is dumped. Good tackle made by Merrick. And Trayvon, a loss of 3 on that strong tackle on McCaffrey.
And that is not an easy tackle to make for Trayvon Merrick. What was interesting, Joe, was on that
Here's McCaffrey out of the backfield. He reaches and he got the first down. That's Pearsall in motion. A little bobble on that handoff, and McCaffrey on first down has 3. As Jaycee Robinson, who's playing great in the middle. Surveying, why not 5 for 5, and spinning in the arms of Sherrillis, a gain of 4, so 3rd and short coming up. 3rd down and 3. Quick throw, Pearsall, first down. The first time somebody other than McCaffrey, who's playing his first game in the NFL as a receiver for the 49ers. Play action, Purdy is chased, and the pass is incomplete as Derek Brown got through in a hurry.
And they're a much improved group because of his help.
Here is a handoff to Robinson, the former Commander. Got a good block from George Kittle, who was in motion at the snap.
But as a blocking tight end, he's as good as there is.
Here's McCaffrey able to get a first down.
Whether it's Christian McCaffrey or Brian Robinson, they're in for a big night.
Good protection for Purdy. That one is caught by the tight end Farrell, and Luke on first down gets 3. Toss to McCaffrey, cuts upfield, has another first down.
That's probably not going to change much by the end of the year based on where they are right now and not performing to their level, but I still think they're going to start running the ball a lot better than they have.
Touch number 8 on this first possession for McCaffrey, and he's got a big play on first down.
They got one diving off the field to avoid 12 men.
It's 2nd down and 2. Robinson spinning and driving for a 49er first down.
Composed himself, and when he can get back out on the field.
5 first downs on this opening possession. Another touch for McCaffrey. And he is bottled up at the line by Jaycee Robinson, and he had friends. Last 5 games, 16 touchdowns, 19 trips. Here's Jennings. And he's going to take it in after breaking tackles. Touchdown 49ers. Drive season long for the 49ers ends up in the end zone after the broken tackle. 7-zip. San Francisco.
At the same time, he covers up the football. They don't get him to the ground, and he's able to score.
New kicker Matt Gay knocks it through. Chris Barnes and Jaycee Horn, and that was a statement drive by the 49ers.
I'm as curious as anybody to see how he follows up that performance here tonight.
Rico Dowdle in the backfield. He gets it. A lot of room to maneuver. He wasn't touched until he went about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Young in trouble. And with a flag down, able to complete it to the tight end Tremble. This is Dowdle. And a good play is made by Upton Stout. Handoff to Chuba Hubbard. Brought down short of first down yardage. Head coach Dave Canales very aggressive on 4th down.
But he elects to punt.
Drive stalled because of that hold as Martin hits a beauty. It is high, it's hanging. Will it stay out of the end zone? It checks up inside the 10. Good punt by Sam Martin, about as good as he could do.
He said McCaffrey, he just simply does not want to come off the field.
They fake it to him. Purdy down the middle, and he's picked by Horn. Jaycee Horn. And then he gets dumped by Juszczyk, but it's an early takeaway for this Carolina defense. And a return of 14 yards on Horn's 4th interception of the year.
This is a great play by Jaycee Horn because I understand what Purdy was trying to do. He just wants to lay this ball and let Jennings then go run into it. It's a little behind him, and Horn's in his hip pocket.
From the 16. Young out to his right as they put him on the move, and he'll tuck and go and turn it into a decent pickup on 1st down. Here's Dowdle. Well handled by Jordan Elliott. Young keeps. Fooled the defense. He's got a 1st down. Mustafa made the tackle, but everybody was flowing to the right defensively. Extra offensive lineman in there, Jake Curhan for the Panthers on 1st and goal. Young keeps. He's got a man, and he's picked by Jair Brown. Evans was the target, the rookie tight end.
And he just falls back into it and makes a great play on the ball.
Hand off to McCaffrey.
The way that he trains, he gives himself the best opportunity to be healthy.
And he's going to be tired tonight. Made a man miss. Catch. 1st down. Don't really want to talk over that. 1st down. Purdy over the middle. He's got Kittle. Long hair flowing as he gets another 1st down.
And he says he'll always be a running back at heart.
Yeah, Lisa, and as you know, he does it all. Blocks whatever's asked of him. Here is Robinson on the catch. And the former Washington Commander is able to get 3.
Roger Craig up for the Hall of Fame, and I'm hopefully gets in.
Yeah. I mean, for people of a certain age, he set the standard. 3-time Super Bowl champion, was the perfect running back for a Bill Walsh. Those are 2 of the men with Marshall Faulk on that very short list. Here is McCaffrey, and Roger Craig's man is going to be about a yard short of a 1st down. And it's Brock Purdy who's going to get it, taking it right behind his center, Jake Brendel.
I don't think my conversion rate was all that good.
Your heart wasn't in it. Here's McCaffrey.
How could you tell?
McCaffrey on 1st down is going to be knocked down at the 41, a gain of 3.
And they're all cheering for one another, and all they want to do is go out and win a football game.
2nd down and 7. Purdy able to pull it down and get the 1st down with his legs. And I think it brings up a point about Kyle Shanahan.
And they've weathered these injuries. Their best football still out ahead of them.
Purdy able to survey, and Jauan Jennings, who has a touchdown in this ball game, gets 4. He may have played his last down for the 49ers.
Yeah, that went south in a hurry.
Here is Purdy, has the ball batted back by Derek Brown and makes his presence felt. It's 3rd down and 6. Purdy down the middle for Pearsall, and he's picked again by Mike Jackson. How about these 2 corners? Jaycee Horn first, and now Mike Jackson in front of Ricky Pearsall on that 3rd down pick thrown a moment ago. Here's Bryce Young rolling out to his left.
Jaycee Horn on the 1st interception, and then Mike Jackson there.
Here's a handoff on 2nd down to Chuba Hubbard. He lost his starting spot. Good pocket. McMillan dropped it.
Them to be able to maintain possession of the football.
So they've done nothing with the 2 interceptions. Carolina, they've gone 3 and out, then the interception, now another 3 and out. And here's a nice punt by Sam Martin. 4th possession for the 49ers. Last 2 have ended in interceptions, and here's a fumble And the Panthers had a shot at it, but it's recovered by San Francisco. Golden opportunity for their third takeaway as you watch this ball get knocked out as it was punched by Jauan Jennings. And then two different players, including Merrick.
Great hustle by McKivitz to keep possession of the football.
Here is McCaffrey left side, and not much. Second down and 8. Play action. Purdy. Picked again. Third one, second for Horn. And this crowd is starting to get restless.
Third throw that Brock Purdy has made over 15 yards in the air, and it's the third interception of the night. Jaycee Horn, as he runs across, he undercuts it. He's on the other side of the field playing corner, but nobody was in his area. He's just simply reading Purdy and seeing that in-breaking route and undercuts it. Brock Purdy never sees him.
This one is caught by Horn, and Jimmy Horn Jr., who is a rookie from Colorado. Dowdle will try the left side. And a good run.
Hands off to Dowdle.
Switch him out. Second down and 3. Those are Jordans. I don't know what the first ones were. Here is Dowdle. And Dowdle to the 10 with a first down again for Carolina. Fake toss. Young out to his right. No one open. And out of bounds he goes as he's chased by Ukawanu. Quick throw out on the edge as Coker takes it inside the 5. Here's Hubbard out of the backfield. Mustafa comes up to make the stop. And now the decision is even easier. A loss on the play of 4, and the field goal unit comes on for Carolina.
Yeah, no question, Joe. They get the ball out quick. They've got a blocker out in front, and hoping maybe they can extended handoff.
Ryan Fitzgerald, undrafted from Florida State. He's made 3 game winners this season, including last week in overtime in Atlanta.
Great play on the touchdown reception that he had, bro.
That was awesome.
It was excellent.
Here's Sky Moore, 33-yarder. Here's Sky Moore, who had that big return last week. Turns one in here tonight. Damani Richardson made the stop.
How about the Lombardi Trophy salt and pepper shakers at the adult?
It's a nice
adult table.
It's 2 weeks in a row highlighting the work of Jason Rickle and his crew. On second down here, Purdy is able to get it to Kittle. And a big chunk play of 25 yards to George Kittle.
Yeah, good job by Kittle. He finds the soft spot. He had McCaffrey in front of him, but that's not Purdy's style. It doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. He is going to keep chunking it down the field. It's really kind of...
49ers' longest play of the night. Here's another one, high and nearly picked. That would have been the 4th. Kittle was the target.
He got away with one there. That very easily could have been his 4th.
Second and 10, good protection. Kittle dropped it. Merrick was there, but Kittle couldn't make the catch. Third down and 10 here. Here's another throw that gets away, and it's Jackson again. He's able to knock it through. Won a kicking competition during the week to get this nod. Ravens and Bengals. And then on Black Friday, we talked about earlier. Oh, here is a return by Etienne. He thought about going into the end zone and is able to at least get it up to the 25 on Black Friday.
Haven't played like that in this one, but a lot on the line in this one.
Here's a pass caught by the tight end Sanders, and Jatavian Sanders is good for 6. Leaving the game clock, coming up on 30 seconds left, as this bounces in to Leggett. Need a first down. And he and McMillan talking about Bryce Young on different pages of the playbook, and it is a quick 3 and out. Well, really for either side, but definitely for Carolina.
Yeah, it has not been the performance that Carolina was hoping for.
Placing the 23-yard line. Lost it down. 4th down.
Good snap by J.J. Jansen in his 17th year. And a fair catch called by Sky Moore. From the 35, Purdy finds Kittle, who leaks out and is trying to dive for a first down. And now a timeout will be taken by the 49ers. They put a second back on the clock. 9 seconds remain. Wharton cannot bring down Purdy, who is able to find Kittle, and they're going to say incomplete with 3 seconds left. Purdy underneath. McCaffrey adds to the stats, takes it down inside the 40, and that'll do it for the first half of football down in Tampa Bay. 6-5 this year, and with a win tonight, in first place all alone atop the NFC South. Here's a return by Etienne. Ball's out. And Etienne was able to get back on top of it. A toss to Dowdle over the right side. He's able to break a couple of tackles and still rolling. Great start.
When you watch him and the things that he's able to do, he's a violent runner, and they need to get him going. They need to get everybody going for that matter, as you know, Joe. But for him to be able to break some tackles, take a little bit of pressure off of Bryce Young and get something going offensively.
Chandler Zavala is down. They're starting right guard. They're looking at Zavala. And we'll come back after this. Young keeps. Flag on the play, and Bryce Young with a nice gain on first down. But
penalty marker down.
Yeah, based on where it's thrown, you
Holding.
think it's coming back.
Offense number 84. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
they get the rookie tight end Mitchell Evans.
Hard to develop any consistency when you've had as much changeover as they've had at the O-line.
They're going to hand it Dowdle on 1st and 20, and he got a yard. 2nd down and 18, 4-man rush. Nice throw, hit in stride is Dowdle, and he is forced out of bounds by Winters. Extra men on the rush, quick throw, it's broken up. McMillan the target, and Bernardo Green knocked it away. Sky Moore waits. It is out of his reach and into the end zone. Pressure on Purdy. Drops it off to McCaffrey. Gets away from Turk Wharton and gets 12. So Corey Thornton has taken his spot on the outside. Normally their nickel corner as McCaffrey makes the catch. And it's well played. Chris Barnes, who has taken the spot of Claudin Sherrillis.
But a little bit of a change in positions here in this second half.
Here's a handoff to Robinson. He was able to break free from Derek Brown.
For them to try to keep this deep or keep this team in it.
Here is Kittle. Good throw and catch and a first down. Purdy to Kittle again. Tackled by Merrig.
More cautious with the football on this drive, taking the easy throws.
McCaffrey, full head of steam, and he's got another 49er first down. He's picked up 7 first downs in tonight's game. He gives way to Robinson. And he's got good blocking out on the edge from the tight end Farrell. 3 interceptions by Purdy in the first half. Put a halt to 3 drives as McCaffrey over the right side. Nickel is Shaw, Smith, Wade. 3rd down and 6. Wide open is Jennings. First down.
Even 3 points at this stage of the game would be huge.
Toss to McCaffrey, gets to the edge. Got through a tackle by Thornton. Play number 13 on this drive. Toss to McCaffrey. Gets blocking and a touchdown. Number 7 on the ground this season.
Yeah, it was the perimeter run game on this possession that they were able to utilize and take advantage of. Juszczyk leads the way. They also got a nice block on the outside. He kind of secures that edge that allowed McCaffrey to get wide. It was a great drive from San Francisco.
We'll hear more from Laura about Teteroa. As he and the offense, they got to get to work. Now down 14 points, under 5 to go third quarter. And a return from ETN back to Laura. Laura, thanks. He is having a tremendous rookie season, but not doing much tonight. Nobody in this offense is. Bryce Young buying time and can't hook up with Teteroa as he heads out of bounds, 2nd and 10. Here's Hubbard, makes a nice move and is able to get a first down. And boy, did the Panthers need that. Back to Hubbard. He is able to get 4. Lost to Denver on 2nd down. Here's Hubbard. He's busy. He's got another first down and a little something for Carolina on this possession. A gain of 10. On first down, Hubbard left side, waiting for blocking. Got away from Jordan Elliott for a moment, ends up getting 6. Leggett with a first down. Chandler Zavala is out at right guard. Perhan still in there for Carolina. That ball might have been tipped. Little shoulder fake, end zone shot. He's got the rookie touchdown, McMillan, and the Panthers are back in it. Teteroa's 5th. And a 29-yard touchdown throw from Bryce Young as the offense arrives for Carolina.
You wouldn't.
And the extra point with a flag down sneaks in. Young, incomplete for Coker. Get his hands up, and it looked like just tipped that ball that led to the incompletion. And because of the penalty on unnecessary roughness, Carolina is down 8 instead of 7. They've got Shaw Smith-Wade at outside corner. And the possession starts with a completion to Jauan Jennings, who had an early touchdown in this game, a gain of 8. I guess did. Here's McCaffrey with a first down. Ball comes out, but he was down. Mike Jackson missed a tackle. You know, when you lose corners, it also affects the run defense. It's a piece of it, and you talk about
Between the tackles.
Purdy keeps. There's Kittle again. We've seen this a lot tonight. And he rumbles all the way down to the 26. 19 yards on the catch and run.
Well, we had mentioned it coming in, just how effective this offense has been running the ball with George Kittle. So you have that big run by McCaffrey. Now he's going to show run blocking again. And then the
personnel, they'll tell you Kittle's playing as well as he ever has.
That's quite a statement.
32 years old, did miss 5 games with a bad hamstring, but he's moving around well. 2nd down and 9. Jennings nearly broke free.
For the snap of the football, there's a lot of communication has to take place.
Little Purdy push for a first down. They've motioned on 40 snaps.
That's come off of Kyle Shanahan. We're watching it with the Rams as well.
Here's a nice play from the linebacker, Bam Martin Scott. He came shooting through there. Brings down McCaffrey with a loss of 3.
Yeah, he's getting his opportunity now with Sherilis out, and he hits this. This is the way you want your linebackers to play, and that's really the way you have to play it if you're playing the 49ers. Otherwise, you get caught up in
Second down and 13. They faked a little toss to Pearsall, and now McCaffrey's going backward again. It's Shaw Smith-Wade.
Brought down by Shaw Smith-Wade.
And after a loss of 3, now a loss of 6.
Well, they think they're going to get George Kittle on Shaw Smith-Wade, but he reads it beautifully. You can see where he comes out, number 26, and he just doesn't give Kittle an opportunity. Brock Purdy just got to know 3 points here is still big.
They fake the throw, hand to Robinson. And now it's 4th down as Nick Scott comes up to make the tackle. And this is Matt Gay, who was, ironically enough, replaced by Jake Moody of the Washington Commanders. Night at the Opera, released 50 years ago this week. Assisting us in our broadcast tonight, this ball will come out to the 35 as it heads into the end zone.
A little more out of this 49ers offense than what we've seen, and same for Carolina for that matter.
Coming off that big game, this one to McMillan, underthrown. And that's the rookie Upton Stout who got back there and knocked it away with McMillan waiting for it.
I think this young guy is going to be a heck of a football player. Can't wait to follow his path.
Here's a nice throw to Coker after faking the handoff, and Coker with a 17-yard pickup. So far, it's been no problem as this catch is made by Leggett.
Here in the last 7.5 minutes, if they're going to get a chance to win this game.
2nd and 8. Coker again spins after the catch, and he's out of bounds with a 1st down for Carolina. Over 7 to go. Young spins out of there. Huff was right there breathing down his neck. Big Grateful Dead fan wearing a Dead hat. 2nd down and 8. Young over the middle and intercepted by Brown for the 2nd time. Jair came in with none, and he'll leave with at least 2. And the drive for Carolina comes to a screeching halt. McMillan the target. Jair Brown. 2 quarterbacks have combined for 5 interceptions. Fake toss and McCaffrey over the right side, and this defense still rallying into the ball for Carolina.
But a missed call there that the hold obviously led to the interception.
Play clock was at 0.
Delay of game, offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Against the blitz, it's been a struggle tonight for Bryce Young. 2nd and 12 now after the 5-yard penalty. And a nice tackle is made by Umanmielen. 49ers at 64% converting on 3rd down. Not here. Robinson makes the catch, but short of 1st down yardage. Happy to be back, and boy, they're glad he's here. The punt by Morstead, with ETN trying to find some room out there, and there's not much. Just a 6-yard return.
I think whether you're talking about the offense or the defense for the 49ers, I think it's hard to evaluate them simply on yards.
This one heaved out of bounds by Bryce Young. It's led to a big night. 2nd and 10. Dropped off to Dowdle. He's able to get around Robinson and get a 1st down. Young, sideline, Leggett. That will stop the clock. Niners bring pressure off the edge with Stout. And a nice job by Bryce Young to buy time out to his left. Flag on the play, and it comes in very late with the completion to Leggett.
Illegal touching of pass. Offense number 17 went out of bounds and came back in and was a 1st touch. That's a loss of down at the previous spot. 2nd down.
Bryce Young is in trouble, and down he goes. Sacked by Farrell. Not active in the game, and Arizona gets his 2nd sack.
Yeah, great job by him as he comes around the edge, and he just keeps playing. He goes upfield, and then he's able to get. Can't wait to get to Foxborough.
This is Dowdle, long way to go on 3rd and 18. 4th down coming up, and any chance for Carolina. Field goal try coming from Ryan Fitzgerald as they'll try to make it a one-possession game, and it's not close. Hit the ball. 49ers take over. They lead by 11. And McCaffrey, they're still running him. A gain of 5. One timeout remains for Carolina. And McCaffrey bends it back. 3rd down coming up. Timeout taken. The final one by Carolina. Their defense dominated the Raiders. And Carolina has got a date coming up against the aforementioned Rams. And just to also bring up.
Shoot, they come off of this one on a short week and play the Rams. But the 49ers, they used the timeout instead of the delay. What we're accustomed to seeing from him or this 49ers rushing game, although they did have 140 yards rushing, which is pretty good.
Turned into the team that we see now, which is one of the better teams in the NFL, and that's the way they'll close their season. McCaffrey, 142 yards.
Good to see you too, brother.
And we will actually see the Steelers coming up before the end of our year. Week 15 against the Dolphins in Pittsburgh.